Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I hope everybody's having a wonderful day. If you're new here, welcome. If you've been here a while, welcome back, like I said. And again, I hope everybody's having a wonderful day. And today I wanted to get into how a lot of you guys have dealt with narcissistic spirits of abuse. So I wasn't going to really touch on this, but the Lord kind of has been pressing me to talk about this. So something I don't ever like to do is to ever just like label people. Okay, we all have personality traits that we've developed as children. None of us are bad people. We're all God's children. But yet we all have brokenness in us that the Lord has to heal. And healing is a journey. And, I'll tell you what, it truly is something that you have to continue to do the rest of your life. Because to really become the best that you can be, it's continuously taking accountability and realizing, the things that you need to grow in, instead of just assuming that you do everything right. So something that a lot of you guys have dealt with and you did not know was basically, again, like I said, we all have personality traits. None of us are bad people. But again, we have to educate ourselves. A lot of you guys had spouses that had narcissistic spirits, okay, and still do. So a lot of you guys maybe came down with health problems after the discard and the separation. A lot of you guys probably have dysregulated nervous systems. You probably have been through the ringer. And this is something that is very difficult to endure. It is something that you are just so confused, and it's meant to be confusing, guys, because remember, the enemy's here to cause confusion. So if you don't really know what narcissism is, it basically is all the spirits such as control, manipulation, people that have a lot of pride, arrogance. You get the gist of it. So they will do anything at all costs to be able to have things go their way. And they do things that are very terrible, Something that I've been going over a lot with my clients recently is the triangulation effect that they use when there's affairs and when there's third parties and stuff like that. So, like, you guys, a lot of you went through a devaluing stage. So, like, you went from being up on this pedestal to then being brought all the way down, and you can't understand why. And you're like, oh my gosh. And then what we do is we try to fight to regain that pedestal type of treatment, and we never can quite get back to that. And it's terrible because, again, that triangulation effect that they use, they will bring a third party in, and they do it in so many different ways. They can bring in, the affair partner that you have suspicion that there's an affair going on, like, in other words, the counterfeit. They can bring in maybe like other people, family members, friends, more or less trying to get you to feel low self-esteem and feel devalued. In other words, they're doing this intentionally. And what it does is it helps them to gain control and leverage, okay? So a lot of you guys didn't know, that you were going through this, but I got news to tell you today, okay? They could have used, work people. They could have been intentionally trying to make you jealous, telling you, that there was women or men that were flirting with them, that were good looking, whatever the case is. They do this, and then there could not even be any type of affair going on. They could have done this just to cause division. They could have used your children against you. And what this is intentionally to devalue you because they want to make you feel low. So I wanted to educate you guys on this because a lot of you guys were dealing with narcissistic spirits, and this is why it felt so badly. I too fell for this trap many, many times. I was involved with many people over the years, friends, family, lovers of all kinds, that had narcissistic spirits attached to them. And I can tell you that the devaluing that happens is just absolutely devastating. It makes you feel like an ant. It makes you feel not good enough. It makes you feel so rejected. And all I can, tell you guys is you have to understand that they do not get away with this. So a lot of my clients are finally starting to see vindication. A lot of my clients are starting to see justice, but it's something that takes time. And something that you also have to understand is none of this was you. What this was a broken person that wanted to project their pain that they were feeling onto you. If they didn't think that you were some type of threat, they wouldn't have had to try to make you feel so little, okay? They are in a position where they want to hurt people because of how they feel. So right now, if you're seeing them off with a new supply, a new counterfeit, however you want to look at it, all they see, when they're looking, you have to know how they think, okay? They look at them as objects of what they're gaining from the situation, not because they love them, okay? True love is loving yourself. And true love, when you love yourself, you're going to treat even the person that's mistreating you kind. Not a doormat, kind. And what does kind look like? Respectful. Does this mean we don't set boundaries? No, we do set boundaries. You get what I'm saying. That's the definition of a true empath, okay? However, you have to understand that what happened to you, you will have front row seats to see happen to them. And and this is the thing, you don't want to be blaming even the counterfeit. A lot of these counterfeits didn't even know you guys were married. They only knew what your spouse was feeding them. So just like your spouse at one point put you up on the pedestal and love bombed you, it's the same concept. This is why we have to not have that hatred and stuff in our hearts, because it's easy for us to want to blame the other person, but they too were a victim to it, okay? People only know what you tell them. So I hope that this video was insightful. You guys need to be very patient with yourselves. What you went through, none of it was your imagination. All the mind games, all the craziness you went through, none of it was something that you weren't crazy. It was truly a battle. And the fact that you made it out alive and you're still standing shows you that you have purpose to where you're at right now. If I could be standing here today telling you this and I went through it, I'm telling you that you guys can too. So I hope that this word was helpful. God bless each and every one of you. If you would like to work with me, I would love to help you. I'm a life coach. I specialize in many, many things. I'm very good at what I do. I would love to help you. You can email me at redeemingthebroken@gmail.com. I repeat, redeemingthebroken@gmail.com. Like, share, comment, subscribe, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye, guys.